Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you my process for making a cat mask. Let's get started. For this project, I use a mask-based scissors, hot glue, cardboard, felt, fur, elastic, eye mesh, and either markers or paint, all of which you can find on Amazon. Adjusting the base is optional, but I like changing the eyes and ears for a more stylized look. First, I draw and cut the eye shape, then flip the cutout and trace it onto the other side for symmetry. Cut the ears out and fill the gaps with cardboard. Then, draw and cut the new ear shapes. I also add an extra piece for dimension. Then I glue on the ears. You can trim the muzzle for style like I do, but that's optional. And now the base is complete. Cut a piece of felt large enough to cover the mask and press it into the creases before you cut it to ensure it fits. Position it, then glue it down. These are the sections I like to work in. If you're new to felting, you should work in smaller sections. Smooth outwards as you press to avoid wrinkles. Once the felt is glued down, trim the excess, leaving a centimeter or two. Then cut slits along the excess felt and glue the edges down as seen here. Next, cut slits into the eye holes and glue them down. I then repeat that whole process on the 3D parts of the ear and then glue them on. Since coloring is very self-explanatory, I'll just give you a few tips. Before coloring, find a reference photo or draw a design for your mask. Make sure you keep it original. Test colors on felt scraps before coloring the mask to make sure you like the color. Apply multiple layers of color to avoid any white patches showing through. Furring can be tricky and messy, especially for beginners. Unfortunately, I was off camera for most of the footage and forgot to record some bits. Anyway, start by sketching your pattern on paper, then trace it onto the back of the fur. Make sure the fur points into the direction you want it to. Cut the piece out with small snips to avoid chopping fibers, then clear away loose fur. Here, I repeat the process for the ear fur. Glue the pieces of fur along the cheeks and ears. I highly recommend gluing the cheek fur onto the back of the mask to avoid being able to see the fabric on the front. Tuck the ear fur underneath the 3D pieces. To color the fur, I use markers rather than paint to keep the fur soft. Cut 2 squares of eye mesh and color the base color. Glue them in and then draw the iris and pupil. I use paint or paint markers to add highlights. The final step is straps. I like to use thick elastic, but the elastic that comes with the mask works fine. Glue the elastic onto the back of the mask. Make sure you let it dry before trying it on. And that's it. I hope this tutorial helped. Leave any questions in the comments and have a great day or night.